Welcome to another episode of Culture Unplugged. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I promise you're going to want to watch this video as I basically talk about the best thing I learned past 35. I can get into a lot of that. But again, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the channel, and let's keep Culture Unplugged growing. If you are already been with me since the trenches, since I launched Culture Unplugged, stick around. Thank you so much for, we're not even going to do an intro video. I'm not even trying to do an intro video right now. I just stepped back from coming to a event. So I went out to a networking mixer and just met around like a couple other grown folks that are just in the DC area. And it was cool. It was chill. I had a good time. So that's why I'm a little dressed up. Usually I'm just like chilling, but I'm dressed up. So I thought, why don't I discuss this topic? Because a lot has changed when you're in your 30s. A lot changes fast. Some things overnight, and you just start, it just kind of just hits you. You know what I mean? Like, the best thing I could tell you, if somebody who is, let's say you're 25, or let's just say you're 20, right? You're 30, you're curious, like, what does 35 look like? Well, I can tell you right now, it's a lot of ownership of your own, happiness. You got to own your own happiness. You got to like literally be responsible for it, because you could have days where you just don't even know why the hell you upset. You don't know why you got something on your mind. Like, you may not have anything in mind. You just had this feeling like, ugh, blah, whatever, and I think it just comes from the routine of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always doing something. If you're single, a single person like myself, you may find that there are days where you just either, you choosing to just stay at the house and you being by yourself, or you doing something to kind of keep you active, keep your mind and busy. So at 35, I think it becomes even more clear for me to always have something to do, always keep myself active, busy. Because, I at times I could be at the house and I'm cool with just chilling and watching something on TV or relaxing. But the biggest thing I see is that I got to own my own happiness. I got to find and do what it matters to me. And you got to be held accountable. Like, you got to live for tomorrow. And what I mean by that is you never know. Like, it's just, there are people obviously don't even make it to 35. So that's a key thing right there. Like, there are people not even getting anywhere close to being even at 30. So you really got to live like there's no tomorrow. I'm not saying go crazy with it, but you got to own your own like peace, your own comfort. What's top of mind for me is I'm trying to retire, y'all, in 5 years. Okay. So at 35, I'm like, do I want to continue working for somebody for the rest of my life, or do I want to have multiple streams of income? And sometimes some people take multiple streams of income like it's a scam, or it's like something that, it can't be, it's too good to be true. But I don't believe that. I truly believe that you could have a life where you have no stress, you have no worry. You put in sound and strategic investments that's going to grow over time. I think that's like the biggest thing right there. You start somewhere, but even at like 30, I would say I came to the DMV area. I started over. I wasn't afraid to jump back or to fall back to jump 2 steps higher, choose 2 steps farther in the process. Like, it is a process. There is, you got to be willing to make sacrifices, and you got to make, you got to make like sound decisions that are really going to be representative to what you want out of your life. Like, I can say I have just jumped into some risks. Some risks were great, some not so great, but had I, taken them, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know what I mean? I am sufficient. I just sold my house and, getting ready to make some sound moves as far as financially. But that's the thing, like, health is a big one. I talked about wealth and all that stuff, but you can only enjoy your wealth for as long as you're alive, right? Like you know, nothing's forever there. So for me, I have to always think about, you know, keep myself active, working out. I do CrossFit, so I do CrossFit. So for you, you may want to start thinking about that if you're not already working out, but you may want to consider, you know, changing up your habits, you know, a little clean eating, you know, here and there, and just be cognizant of what you're doing. Because we really not here for a long time, y'all. Like, I know I say that a lot, sounds cliche, but yeah, you want to make the most of it. You want to be able to be alive for as many, you know, experiences and stuff like that. And then I would say in terms of, let's just talk about in women and dating. Dating has changed so much. Dating has changed so much. I kind of go back some years. I'll tell you all a story. So when I was in my 20s, you know, they had apps, or like dating apps, that were like really starting to gain momentum. But there was one app, I think it was called Soul Swipe. And so that was like the first black exclusive dating app that I knew was pretty popular. It was kind of taking off. So getting on that, you used to be able to connect with someone, and it was like a seamless process. It wasn't like, you know, like you would connect with people that were really, really like on it. Like if they were serious about you, they matched with you, they would communicate with you. Now it's just, it comes with these different stipulations. There are a lot of like just different, it just doesn't seem seamless. I don't know if that's a connection thing or not necessarily, but it seemed like to date someone back in the day, there was like a sense of joy about it. You know, both of y'all, you know, attracted to each other, and it just seemed like things were just seamless, it's easy. But now it just comes with something, right? Like even the event I went to today, you know, I'm talking to an older woman and we communicating, and it seems like I'm just kind of operating, like looking around, and some folks kind of like to themselves, some folks, you know, obviously, you know, connecting and communicating with somebody or whatever the case may be. But it's just, again, it just seems like, you know, at one point, you know, that in those days of Soul Swipe, Plenty of Fish, which one was I on? I was on Tinder, of course, at one point as well. But I've been on a few, like the dating app type things. And now I think I stick with like Facebook dating. And even that is like, it's just hit or miss, to be honest with you. I just don't know. But I will say you gotta like also not be afraid to get out, network, meet somebody while you're out and about, have conversation, be grown in that moment. One of the best things at 35 is like, after 35 is like, you've grown. You've built up a nice little healthy 401k. If you haven't, you need to get on it. You start thinking about, how can I level up even more? But one of the biggest things that hits you is, especially if you're someone like myself who doesn't have kids, who doesn't have a wife or anything like that, it starts to have it, you know, on your mind. Like those thoughts start to come in, and being vulnerable with y'all. Sometimes I think about that shit. Sometimes I think about having a wife and a kid. It'd be nice to come home to. You know, I come home, it's just me, I'm chilling, I prop up, I kind of find myself doing this kind of similar things every day. But yeah, that's the thing that hits you, like, you know, it's all cool and fun, and you had those, what they call the hoe days. You know what I'm saying? The hoe days was, you know, you was linking up with multiple different people, you know, sometimes every day of the week. But that can just burn you out fast. And I know brothers who do that joint in their 40s and 50s, and more power to them. I can't roll where I'm just spending on dates, different dates every day. It's just not gonna work, not for me. I mean, not in this economy. This economy is crazy. Even if I got it, why am I gonna do that? So for y'all, for you know what I mean, like you probably enjoying yourself and having your fun with multiple people. That's you. Live your life. But at a certain point, you're gonna burn out. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna be looking like me. You're gonna have You're gonna be waking up on a, you know, on a wake up like, man, like what am I doing with my life? Like I'm ready to give it up. Like it's just kind of dead. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, but this is for me right now. It's a good. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm chilling. I'm trying to go to, matter of fact, y'all, I am trying to go to South Africa. I have plans to go towards the end of the year. I cannot wait to bring Coaching Unplugged with me. Bring coveredandcultured.com. Bring Covered and Cultured also with me. So if you also don't know, and I have a website where I have clothing, you know, available through my website, through my fashion brand, coveredandcultured.com. So check me out there. But yeah, I plan to bring it out to South Africa. Like I want to go to South Africa, have a ball, you know, really enjoy myself, and just kind of, you know, blend into the culture a little bit. Like I already got like a dashiki fit that's dope. I've got, you know, a couple other outfits from Africa I'm trying to wear out there. So yeah, I'm telling you, I'm trying to, if y'all don't know by now, you don't know how I get down, I'd like to put on something that look good. But that's what matters after 35. Making sure you look good and you feel good. When you feel good, you look good, right? When you invest in yourself, for brothers like us, we also are always thinking about is how can I get ahead of a problem? How can I be proactive, you know, when it comes down to handling my business, right? Before some shit go down, you gotta always think about protecting you, right? That's health, wellness as well. But in your, you know, in your wealth, and what you're spending and how you live in and all that stuff, you gotta protect yourself from a problem that could happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just take extra steps, like, let me go ahead and just pay that. I got a bill that came in the mail, and you know, if I don't pay by such and such date, then it becomes another $60 or another $100. That's more money you're just wasting and, you know, going out of the window. And we're talking about making sure that your money is right, making sure that you're looking good and you're taking care of yourself, right? So you gotta get ahead of the game. After 35, and it's even for the cats in your 25. I was still the same person trying to catch as much as I could. That means if my car got, you know, was sounding crazy, or I know I didn't get an oil change, I know I didn't take my car to get checked up on, you know what I mean? That I let it go, that I continue riding it without, or driving it without even, you know, making sure it's up to date, you know, all this maintenance and all that stuff. You got, you know, your registration coming up due, or you taking care of that. So you gotta be always up to what's going on, because the late stuff, the consequences that come in from that, it's not worth it. It takes so much out of you. But I know I dropped a lot on y'all, and after 35, it's just a lot. And I'll tell you this one thing, I'll leave you alone, I promise y'all, for the day. You already know I love making these episodes where I'm talking to y'all. Stuff start hurting, man. Stuff start hurting. You waking up from sleep and it's not as good. Maybe I need a new mattress. Maybe I need to go ahead and get a new mattress, because my mattress is relatively still 2 years old. I think it's 2 years, I want to say like almost 3 years now. But I've laid on it about 2 years. I had it in the box for like a while. But it was one of those mattresses in a box joints. I know this is so off topic, but just stick with me for a minute. So got it at that joint, and it's just, it might be time for me to get a new mattress. It might be. Anyway, so anyhow, y'all, without any more of that mess, go ahead and make sure, again, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about what it means to be an older person, as far as questions you have, like, you know, what do you want to know? Or if you're around my age, are you getting the same type of feelings like I'm getting? Are you, would you say I said the right for my younger cats? What would you say? So put your commentary in the comment section. I'd love to read about it. As always, let's get it unplugged. And also, go ahead and go to my website again, coveredandcultured.com. Check me out. Buy a suit. I'm sorry, not a suit. Buy a hoodie, buy a shirt, hat, whatever on there. I need to go in on the bed, y'all. So y'all enjoy. Have a good night. Peace. Let's get it unplugged.